Hi, welcome to another edition of Entertainment Elite. As usual, I'm Andrew. This is the co-host Todd.
How's it going?
Today we're going to do our UFC 140 predictions. We're going to start off a little differently today by apologizing to Uriah Faber. We had not properly evaluated the UFC 132 fight that he lost to Dominic Cruz. And anybody who did see that fight will see that Uriah clearly won that fight.
Yeah, we had read about it, heard about it, and then we finally sat down and watched it in its entirety on DVD, and we honestly scored the first 4 rounds for Uriah.
Absolutely.
And the 5th round, Cruz, and somehow he got a 50-45 from one judge. Cruz did. I don't get that at all.
And a 49-46 from another. And
I don't know. He did not win 4 or 5 rounds in that fight. He won seriously 1 round. I don't know how anyone could think he did. And obviously,
you could make an argument that he may have won 2 rounds.
We're splitting hairs because in reality the decision went to him, but we're just saying we apologize. That's what made us go with Brian Bowles. We felt like maybe time had passed for Uriah after watching that fight.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. We will never doubt you again, Uriah. We are sorry.
Dominic, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your belt.
Hide the belt. Because Faber's going to come to finish the next time you guys fight.
Uriah's coming.
He's not going to let it go to the judges.
And I would be looking for that massive takedown and that guillotine that Uriah will throw in from literally anywhere.
Yeah, because, I mean, Cruz is a fantastic fighter, but there's just nothing behind his punches. It's a lot like Michael Bisping in a way. There's just no power behind the punches. Yeah. He's fantastic with it.
But you didn't hear what Bisping said. We're not going to talk about this a whole
lot.
But Bisping actually came out and said, for somebody with no punching power, 7 of my last 8 opponents went to the hospital.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
because you punched him, no one's going to deny that, but you didn't stop them, so that's why there's no power.
Well, he stopped mayhem.
The referee just
we're not going to talk about
said
that.
No more. Okay,
like, no
mayhem
more.
Could sit there and eat it all day long, but anyways, we're sorry, Uriah.
Yeah,
also the first 2 fights on this upcoming card, UFC 140. We're just going to get that out of the way and say Hominick, Ebersol.
Yeah.
We picked those 2 fighters, and then we're going to go on to the big 3 on the card here.
We're going to start off with our Tito and Lil Nog predictions. I'm going with Lil Nog. You could really flip a coin here, in my opinion. Stand-up
Could you really, though? I mean, Ortiz, I give him credit. He came back with the huge win over Bader that no one saw coming, but does that mean that he's all of a sudden Tito of 2000 again? You know?
Absolutely not.
Is he all of a sudden circa 2002 here? He's going to come out and start being the master of ground and pound again just because he won 1 fight?
Tito's hinting at retirement, and I don't see it far off. I think Lil Nog's going to beat him because, I mean, Tito's big thing is he shoots for a takedown and does the ground and pound. Mm-hmm. Well,
he has a phenomenal guilloine, though.
He does have a phenomenal guillotine, but you're going to throw it on against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu master. I don't see the ground game. I agree.
I'm going Little Nog as well in this fight, but I would not be shocked because it was the same thing with Bader. If Tito hits you with that guillotine out of nowhere, he can get you with it. But outside of that, 1 shot, which was the same thing that happened against Rashad when he took that fight against Rashad. And I know it was short notice, but it was the same thing. He put that guillotine on him.
He almost had him.
Rashad survived it and went on to whoop his ass, basically. And that's the thing. Tito nowadays, that's what I see out of Tito. He's either going to get you with that guillotine or you're going to get him. So I think that, like you said, I think Little Nog's a bit too good on the ground for that.
It's definitely
so I'm going to say Little Nog takes it. But I think it's definitely going to go to decision. Tito's going to give him a fight here.
I think Lil Nog's going to stop him personally.
Okay.
I really think...
I think it'll go to decision.
Yeah. I really think that Lil Nog's going to stop him. I'm not going to call what round.
Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Tito has the tools at this point to take over someone as talented as Little Nog is.
Oh, absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly. Moving on, we're going to talk Frank Mir versus Big Nog.
Yeah, hey, the Nogueira brothers, they're having a good time on this card. This is a tough one because, I mean, obviously Frank Mir is the only person to ever knock out Big Nog.
He was the first person.
First person.
Yeah.
So has he been knocked out since?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Kane did. Yeah. Forgot Kane stopped. Sorry. But, yes, he was the first one to stop him. That's not fair, though. It's Kane.
Yeah, but it's
anyways,
still counts.
Anyways.
I believe that I'm going to go with Frank Mir.
I mean, his ground game, obviously, Frank's one of the greatest submission one of the greatest submission fighters ever, period. Not even counting being just a great heavyweight submission fighter. So, on the ground, I would probably give it to him, even though obviously Big Nog is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
It could go either way on the ground.
But I give the edge to Mir because of how good he's been in the past with his submissions. And I mean, has Big Nog ever really been known for his submissions as good as he is on the ground? So that's why I kind of give the edge to Frank Mir there.
I'm less inclined to give the edge, and more so is to make the ground game pretty even. It could go either way.
Well, who do you give it to striking, though? Obviously, do you say Mir since Mir stopped him with strikes?
Yeah, I do.
So you'd have to say Mir, but Nogueira's gotten a lot better with the strikes since that fight, because that fight sort of wised him up to getting better.
I'm still going to go. I'm going to stick with Frank Mir. I mean, I absolutely love watching Frank Mir.
This is tough for me. I'm a big Mir fan and a Nogueira fan. I wanted to...
There's no downside, whoever wins.
Yeah, I mean, I like both fighters. I think I will go with you and give the edge to Mir just because I think he has the edge in the submission game. I think they're both fantastic grappling. He gets the slight edge, I guess you're right, in terms of the striking, because he did stop him the last time with strikes, so you'd have to give him the edge there. So I'm going to say Mir.
Yeah, I think it's going to go to decision this time, though.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to stop him again. It's going to be another, just like Tito and Little Nog, it's going to be another great fight, and I'm going to give it to Mir, though. Yeah. And I do think it'll go to decision as well.
And the fight that everybody wants to talk about right now is the John Jones-Lyoto Machida fight.
I don't know why anybody's talking about it. It's the same. This is like talking about Anderson Silva's fights now. It's John Jones. He's going to murder him.
Yeah. Anybody who thinks Lyoto's going to win, obviously...
You're drunk.
Obviously, Lyoto brings the most different skill set that John Jones has ever faced,
Lyoto's
but it's not going to matter.
entire game is to do this and avoid your strikes. Well, you ain't going to avoid 85.5 inches.
84.5.
Oh, sorry. You ain't going to avoid it, Lyoto. I'm sorry. Unless you do your crazy crane kick again and catch him out of nowhere with that like you did Randy. And guess what? You're not fighting a 47-year-old.
Yeah.
You're fighting
a 24-year-old.
24-year-old with an 84.5-inch reach.
Yeah.
He came out like a monkey, acting all crazy against Rampage, and still murdered him. He wasn't even taking it serious.
And for people who don't realize how significant that fight was, Rampage had never been stopped in the UFC.
And everyone said the same thing there. Oh, Rampage is going to knock him out and kick his ass and da-da-da-da. And the same thing happened.
This is what I said about it. Rampage stands the biggest shot in the light heavyweight division of knocking out John Jones. We never picked Rampage. We picked John Jones.
Yeah, well, now my point is now it's the same. Oh, Lyoto's going to do it. Who's Lyoto ever knocked out?
Randy.
Randy.
Rashad.
Rashad, who's going to get knocked out next by John Jones. Nothing to take away from Rashad, but I'm not saying Lyoto's never knocked anybody out, but has he really?
The thing is,
has he knocked out anybody the caliber of John Jones?
My point is Lyoto brings the most different skill set that John Jones has ever faced. He's never fought a real elusive fighter like Lyoto.
Yes.
It's not going to last.
I mean,
it's really not.
So what? I mean, we've seen how that elusiveness has worked for Lyoto in the last couple of years. It hasn't been as big a deal as it was at first because people figured it out.
Yeah.
How do you think it was so easy for Shogun to knock him out? He just went in there and did it. He didn't sit back and let him do his little leap in, leap out routine.
And the thing is, when Lyoto fought Randy, you can actually see the fact that Randy was landing punches, and Randy's 47.
Yeah, Randy just got caught. I mean, nothing against Lyoto. I'm not taking anything away from him.
He was probably going to win that fight to begin with.
Because he deserves it, because he caught him, and it was a fantastic knockout.
Highlight.
Yeah, it really was. But I just don't see what people are seeing that's saying, oh, Lyoto's going to be the greatest test ever, and he's going to push him to the limit.
I didn't say greatest test.
Well, that's like UFC. Yeah. They're saying it's martial arts comes alive. Like, really? Is it?
Well, we got John Jones. It's definitely going to go to stoppage.
Yes.
I honestly don't see it going past the third round unless Jones wants to make it interesting.
Kind of like Rampage. I think he really toyed with Rampage a lot in that fight and let it go to the fourth round before he decided to choke him out.
Absolutely. We were just talking about this.
It's like Anderson Silva.
They really need to just go ahead and break down and do the
Silva Jones super fight. Let's just break down now.
because that's it.
Though I don't think Silva will do that because he's already dodging Chael. So I don't think he'll.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making Chael fight again because, I won't be ready. Okay.
He won't be ready till June, and now Chael has to fight Mark Munoz, which, nothing against Mark Munoz.
I think it'll be a good fight.
I think it's going to be a good fight too, but I definitely am going to give the edge to Chael on that one, but that's another show for another day.
Yeah, but I mean, anyways, yeah, like he said, Jones, stoppage. Doesn't matter who, round. What, when, where, why, how. He's going to stop him, and he's going to continue on. He's going to fight, the winner of Evans-Davis, I assume?
Yeah, the winner of Phil Davis and Rashad Evans, which is going to be on UFC on Fox too.
Which should be a great one. Which should be another great fight.
Because that's going to be Son of Munoz is going to be on that same card. So that's our picks for today. It's just a quicker show than we normally do.
Yeah, because, I mean, this is a pretty...
I mean, it's a great card.
It's a great card. It should be a lot of entertainment, but I don't know
nothing really to break down.
It's not as good as 139, and the funny thing is people really didn't care about 139 when it happened, and that turned out to be an amazing event with a classic main event in Shogun Hendo, and I don't think Jones Machida is going to get anywhere near topping that event, but yet somehow I guarantee you it's going to sell more pay-per-views.
Oh, absolutely.
So...
Well, that's our UFC 140 picks. You'll see us probably another week or so doing our UFC 141. For Alistar Overeem versus Brock Lesnar. I really cannot wait.
Excited for that fight.
So we'll catch you guys in about a week. Make sure you tune in. We need the subscribers and comments, guys.
See ya.